everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I blog at stampingmom.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm usually here live Wednesdays Central Time at noon. I have had several people ask me to come in the evening, so here's a test run. I went to church for Ash Wednesday today and decided to do my live tonight at 8. So we'll see what the difference is. Last week, if you were here, I made this cute triangle box and have a tutorial with all the directions. I asked people to comment and share my video, and we had 5 people do that, but 3 of them I could see their name. So if you did that and I'm not mentioning your name, you need to go into the privacy settings. And Kathy, Linda, and Kim both commented and shared my video. So I drew from a hat, and Kim, you won. So I'll be sending you a flattened version of this. So today, I was asking what you wanted to see, and everyone said fun folds. Almost everyone said fun folds. So we're going to start at the beginning. I have lots of new people new to card making, and I cut and score all their cards for them. But I'm going to go through the basics and then show you some easy fun folds. And then at the end, I have a beautiful poppy sampler that my classes are making tomorrow. And I would love to have you join me, so stick around for the whole thing. And if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and say replay if you're watching the replay. Wendy Morell, you finally get to be here live and have sound. I'm so excited you're here. I don't know if you heard it, but the poppy sampler, I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end, so stick around for the whole thing. I'm going to show you some simple card cuts and some simple fun folds. So in the United States, all the cardstock is 8.5 by 11. And you can cut the cardstock on the short side, it's in the center either way, at 4 1/4. And then score it, you put your cardstock all the way over here to 5 1/2. This is a Stampin' Up! Trimmer. The gray blade scores and the black blade cuts. And it is a fabulous trimmer if you don't have one. So when you cut down the center at 4 1/4, score at 5 1/2, you can have a card opening this way or opening this way. The other thing you can do is you can cut the cardstock at 5 1/2 and then turn it and score it 4 1/4, and you have a card opening. This is probably the most common way, or like this. So here, can you see them all? I don't know if they all fit on the screen. I'll have to go this way. These are the 4 most common card directions in the United States. Super simple. Then there's layers for your card. So the front of this card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So your first layer is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Again, this would be a typical card front. Then the layers, the easiest thing to do is go down by 1/4. 3 3/4 by 5, or you could take that second layer out and have a bigger frame, which looks nice. Go down by 1/4 inch again to 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Now, just by knowing that, I have this Post-it note up by my desk. I've been making cards since 2003. And with just these measurements, you can make almost anything. You can also go to 16th inch layers and other things, but that's just the basics. So I have a cute card for you. This is made with the Bloom and Grow stamp set. And you can see this has a big layer. So it's probably closer to the 3.5 by 4 3/4. I also like it when you stamp on the envelope. The recipient thinks it's fun in the mailbox and also inside. Now, when you've done a standard card like this, you can even turn this into a fun fold. And I will show you how to do that. So the artistry of cards is thirds. You want everything in thirds. So one simple thing to get from this card to this card is to cut off a third of the front of the card. So this measures 4 1/4 across the top. If you divide that by 3, you get 1.4. So I rounded up to 1.5 inches, and then that's what we cut off the front of the card. So it's the exact same card with just that little bit cut off, but it looks different. Again, super easy fun fold. Now you can also do it going in the other direction. This is 5.5 inches. I divided by this by 3 to get 1.8. You didn't know you had to do math tonight, right? I'm actually an accountant in my former life, so math is good. So we get 1.8, so I rounded up to 2 and cut 2 inches off the front of this cardstock. So as you can see from this standard card, you can simply get lots of different looks doing the same thing. Now I'm going to step it up one more time. And you can help me make this, okay? So what I did is I did the standard card like this. Measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So here we have the standard card. If you score it again halfway at 2 1/8, that's half of the front. So we're going to make a fun fold that stands up like a triangle. So again, you can take any card and do this. So then I use the same front as before. You are simply wonderful. And this time I did it with the rectangle stitched framelits. The black layer is the second biggest framelit, and the white layer is the third biggest framelit. So I adhered these together. And the trickiest part of the whole thing is you're going to put it here so it stands up. But look, you can't put adhesive on this side. So make sure you're putting adhesive in the right place. And only half of the card gets the adhesive. Now lay the card front down and center it on the card front. So you have the same amount of layers all the way around the card. And then when it folds up, see there's no adhesive on the back. Now, I did this framelit. Isn't this cute? I love this. I colored it with blends. And I used all of these. I used the dark Daffodil Delight, the dark Granny Apple Green, and both the light and dark of the Purple Posy and the Lovely Lipstick. So I colored this and cut it out with the framelit. So this is the Bloom and Grow stamp set and the Budding Blooms framelits. Together, these are bundled in the catalog for 10% off. Super good deal. And then I put dimensionals on the back. And I'm going to pop this up on the card front. I have way harder fun folds that I've made, and I can keep going and expanding the fun fold repertoire if you would like to see more of those in the future. Now I took a piece of white cardstock. Oh, Danette, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the card. This is 3 by 5 1/4. I am trying to get enough subscribers over on YouTube so I can do my lives there. So I would love it if when we're done, if you headed over to YouTube and looked for the Stamping Mom channel and subscribed. Once I get enough subscribers, they'll let me do that. So this is from the same stamp set, the little leaf and berries. And I put mini dimensionals on the back of that. And then we're going to place this so it gives the card a stopping place. So as you can see, should I lift it up? You can see the triangle part, and then this part holds it down. So it's super cute. So really, any card you're making, make a card like this, and then do it again. Score halfway down the center. Make sure you don't put adhesive on the whole thing. Center this on the front. Give it something to stop up against, and you have a fun fold. So 3 easy fun folds from one card. I love it. I hope you guys love it too. So here's the questions I have for you. Do you want to see me at noon next week or at 8 p.m.? Do you want to see more fun folds? Or do you want to see boxes or something else? Anyway, I love coming on. Wendy, I'm glad you like it. And I did promise you tomorrow we have a class and we have a poppy sampler. Who wants to see it? I'll show you. Here's a quick sneak peek. This is a 12 by 12 poppy sampler. What do you think? I hope you love it. I have lots of people coming tomorrow afternoon and evening to make that. So if you would share my video and leave a comment, I will draw again next week to send someone this card. Hello, Barb Kingsley. I'm glad you got to come on. And what else? Go over to YouTube if you would and subscribe to my channel so I can start doing my lives over there. I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Are there any more questions? Type replay if you're watching it later and let me know noon or 8 o'clock next week and what do you want to see me make? Love making these things for you on Facebook Live. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.